So I feel so old right now. But I guess I'm live. Am I live? Okay, so I'm just tagging a few people. How are y'all doing tonight? Yo, I'm so nervous right now. It's my first live, my very first live, and I'm trying to figure out how do I tag this group, Brittany? I think I'm okay.
If you would just try to call me. She
Brittany,
gonna
how
call
do
me
I
on
change
that.
the group?
Put the what you do? Put the ad and then the group name. Yeah, put ad and then the group name.
Well, she not on live.
Yeah, she gonna call me.
Hey, nah, what it do, thug?
What he call
me? Repeat that. Don't say that.
Hey, live. God is truly blessing us.
Hey, Abo. I can't. Can you tag it?
I need my charger.
Happy Valentine's Day to all you beautiful women that's watching.
I'm sharing it with Wild Woman. I shared it.
Okay, thank you.
I shared it.
Okay.
I shared it with Wild Woman.
All right. Hey guys.
You want me to
log
out?
Anybody else? Okay. I don't think anybody else is requesting it. Just you. Okay. So hey again. So tonight I'm just going live just to do a little something special for the singles. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope y'all are enjoying your Valentine's Day. Yeah. So I'm just gonna give you guys a few moments just in case some more people want to come on. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my lives. Thank you for requesting to join me, Brittany Foster. Let me see if I can fix this camera so you can still see me. I gotta scoot back or something.
He did say Abo.
I really still can't see. Hey,
Abo being
hey, Janisha.
over here. Janisha.
Hey, thank you guys for coming into my live. I really appreciate it. So I'm just gonna give you guys a few more minutes for the people who want to come in and join us tonight. I'm just doing a little special on this Valentine's night for the single folk out there. Just doing something a little special. Thank you, Brittany. So yeah, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying this day. Even though most of us are stuck at home right now due to this cold weather, I hope you guys are still enjoying it and have been enjoying your weekends. I mean, yeah, your entire weekend. Can y'all tell I'm nervous? Like, this is my first live ever. I'm super nervous, but I hope y'all enjoy my message tonight. Again, I'm just here to do a little message for the single people out there. So yeah. What time is it? 9:04. I'm gonna give everybody like maybe one more minute to come on in and join us. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
I don't think you do.
Thank y'all for tuning in. So yeah, if you're just joining again, I'm just doing. Hey, Anisha. I'm just doing a little special message for the single people out there. On this beautiful Valentine's Day. But for all you couples, I hope you are enjoying this beautiful Valentine's weekend. We're all stuck at home right now for the most part. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying that alone time. Yeah. With your significant other, or if you're single like me, enjoying that time by yourself or with your kids. So before we get started, my kids are in the other room. Hopefully they won't bust in. I told them that if they give me a few minutes in the room by myself, I would give them a present. So I haven't thought about what their present's gonna be yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, so it's 9:05, guys. Hi, thank y'all for tuning in again. I'm just doing a little special little segment for the single people out there on this beautiful Valentine's Day. And I guess I'll go ahead and get started. So guys, my message today is called Walking in My Gift. It's a little special Valentine's message for the single people. And just starting out, I wanted to let you guys know what my motivation is for this message. So, like each year during this time when I'm single, I'm walking around Walmart like the night before Valentine's and I'm seeing all these beautiful balloons with the hearts and all this chocolate. I love chocolate, by the way. So I'm seeing all this chocolate and cards, and I'm seeing the guys roll around in their carts with all their goodies that they're getting for their significant others. And it's a beautiful sight, but at the same time, guys, just being transparent, it makes me a little sad because I'm like, I know there's nobody out there like walking around Walmart right now for me. So it makes me a little sad, guys. So I'm like, you know what? This year, I'm not going to be sad, guys. This year, I'm going to dedicate this message to the single people. Not to throw shots or shade at the couples. I hope you guys are enjoying it. But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who's just a little sad around this time of year. But just in case somebody out there is like me, this message is for you. And maybe the couples or people who aren't married yet, maybe y'all can pick up something that you like in this message. You never know. So yeah, that's my first point. Just the reason for my message and what motivated me to make this message is to do something special for the singles. So my second point is talking about what singleness is. You know, singleness is a gift. It's a gift. And a lot of times we don't look at it like that. If you're anything like me, when you're single, it doesn't feel like a gift. It feels like maybe a punishment. Like, what did I do to deserve to be single and my kids are busting in? Okay. But yeah, what did I do to deserve to be single? Like, what did I do wrong in my last relationships? What is it that I need to work on? I'm feeling like I'm not worthy right now for a relationship. You know, and we oftentimes view it as a punishment instead of a gift. But it's actually a gift, guys. And let me tell you why I think it's a gift, why I really believe it's a gift. Because I went to First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 7. And Paul said, I wish that all of you were as I am. But each of you has his own gift from God. One has this gift, another has that gift. So if you go back and you read that entire chapter of First Corinthians chapter 7, you will see that Paul is talking about singleness. He's saying, I wish that all of you were as I am. And when he says I am, he means single like he is. But then he says, but each of you has his own gift. And that's how I know he refers to his singleness as a gift, because he said, I wish y'all were like me, but I do realize, you know, y'all got your own individual gift. So that's your gift, and this is also my gift. It's singleness. So it's a gift, guys. And like I said, we oftentimes look at it as punishment, and we just need to change our mode of thinking. It's not punishment, it's a gift. And what do we do with gifts, guys? We value gifts. We enjoy gifts. We take care of our gifts, right? And that's what I'm learning in this season, to value being single, to take care of this singleness, and to enjoy it, to look at it as a reward and not a punishment, guys. And it's just a whole renewing of your mind, to get those old way of thinking out of your mind, and start thinking new. Renew your mind. Singleness is a gift, and I'm definitely learning to look at it that way. So that's my first point. Treat it as a gift, not a punishment. So that was my second point. So my next point is not quite point three. It's kind of like two and a half, almost three. And I'm coming from First Corinthians 7:32 through 35. So that's First Corinthians chapter 7, verses 32 through 35. And it says, I would like you to be free from concern. An unmarried man is concerned about the Lord's affairs, how he can please the Lord. But a married man is concerned about the affairs of the world, how he can please his wife, and his interests are divided. So, this is just another reason for singleness. You know, when you're single, you can dedicate more time to God. You can concentrate more on what God has called you can be. You can concentrate more on your relationship with God. But once you're in a relationship, you don't quite give all your attention to God anymore. You have to be split because you're thinking about how to please your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You're thinking about those things. And if you're anything like me, you're not really going to divide the time. A lot of that time is going to be given to your significant other. And I don't know, it's just something about the way my brain works. Like once I start developing feelings for a guy, that's all I think about. Like that guy, that guy, that guy. And it's so misconstrued, y'all. Like the time I'm supposed to be dedicating to the Lord, it's like that time is being dedicated to my God, plus all the time that I have to dedicate to my God. It's just crazy. So that's a reason why singleness is a gift, because you have that time alone. You have that time alone. You have that time to focus on God and what He will have you to do. And you have time to get closer to Him. And you have that time. But yeah, being in a relationship, you just don't have that time anymore. You're trying to focus on other things. So just moving on to finally my third point, just leads us into more of the purpose of this season is to be close to God. And I'm coming from Luke 14. Gonna read a few verses from there. And it's going to start at verse 16 and go to verse 21. So it says, Jesus replied, a certain man was preparing a great banquet and invited many guests. At the time of the banquet, he sent his servant to tell those who had been invited, come, for everything is now ready. But they all alike began to make excuses. The first said, I have just bought a field and I must go and see it. Please excuse me. Another said, I have just bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I'm on my way to try them out. Please excuse me. Still another said, I just got married, so I can't come. The servant came back and reported this to his master. Then the owner of the house became angry and ordered his servant, go out quickly into the streets and alleys of the town and bring in the poor, the crippled, the blind, and the lame. And that just reminds me of all the times we're too busy for God. You know, our careers taking off and we're trying to get everything done to make sure it's in the right place. I might skip church this Sunday. I'm just getting into this relationship and I'm trying to do everything to make sure it's running smoothly. I'm not going to pray today. What's one day? Then one day turn into 3 days, then 3 days turn into a week, and a week turn into a month. I know I'm not the only person that's done did this before now. I know I'm not the only person. I hope not, but maybe it's just me. So like these people, they just had too much other stuff going on that they had to tend to, and they just didn't have the time. Please excuse me, I can't make it. And so the master said, well, okay, they don't have time for me. Okay, cool. Go into the street, get all those people who's crippled, get those people who's blind, get those people who poor. Bring them. They'll come. They realize they may need this banquet. And that's how God do with this. For the majority of us, God cannot get our attention until we realize we got problems. And I got a crying child right now. Excuse me, please. What's up, baby? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, go sit over there for me. Thank you. But yeah, so for the majority of us, we do not, God cannot get our attention until we realize we have an issue. God can't get our attention until we hit rock bottom. God cannot get our attention until we don't have nobody left but Him. And that's what He meant when He say, okay, these people ain't got time for me. Go get the poor. Go get the crippled. They realized they had issues. They realized could nobody fix it but Jesus. And that's how He want us to be. That's how He want us to be. Like, how else can He get our attention? He has to make us uncomfortable, guys. And as human beings, we hate being uncomfortable. We hate not being in our comfort zone. We crave our comfort zone. That's why a lot of times you find us jumping from relationships to relationships to relationships to relationships. Because for a lot of us, relationships is that comfort place. It's a familiar place for us. But jumping from relationship to relationships like that, you don't have time to heal your wounds from the last relationship. So it's just like a dirty house. Okay, so it's a little dirt on the floor. And so we're like, okay, if I go ahead and clean it up now, it won't be that bad. It won't take me that long to clean it up. And my house will be clean again. But on the other hand, if we say, oh, it's just a little dirt, I can wait a little while. It ain't that bad. Then what happens? It piles up. Okay, now a little dirt turns into a little more dirt. Then a little more dirt turns into a lot of dirt. And that's how it is when we jump from relationship to relationship, guys. Okay, I'm not healing from this last relationship. Okay, it's not bad. So I'm going to jump to this other relationship because I don't want to be alone, because being in a relationship is my familiar place. So I'm just going to go ahead. It'll be okay. It feels really good, right? And so I keep jumping, and those wounds keep piling up and piling up and piling up. And let me tell you, the sooner you take care of a problem, the easier it'll be to address that problem. But the longer you go without addressing it, the harder, the more powerful that storm is going to be. And that's how we are. We jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship. And now we got this big old wound that we got to deal with. And it's just so overwhelming. But God wants us to address those wounds, y'all. And we won't address them as long as we're with that other person, as long as that other person, we feel like they're filling that void. When really they're not filling that void. They're just a temporary relief. But God, He really wants to fill that void. And that's another reason why we don't like being alone. Because once we're alone, we have that free time now. Now we have a little bit more free time. Now we have a little bit more time to think. And now we have a little bit more time to see our issues. And I don't want to see my issues. I don't want to face those demons. So I'm just going to go out and do what makes me feel better, which is another relationship. But once we take the time to take a break from relationships and take the time to heal those wounds, then we have to face those demons. And it can be really uncomfortable looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I'm the issue, let me work on this. But that's what God wants us to do. And once we get that time alone and have more time for Him, it becomes really uncomfortable because He starts teaching us stuff in order to grow. And being uncomfortable is the only way most of us can grow. Most of us can progress. And He wants us to grow. He wants us to progress in order to be closer to Him. He wants us to progress in order to do work for His kingdom. He wants to use us in ways that we can't even imagine. And let me tell you, just closing, as good as these men may look, as good as these women may look, as good as it may feel to have their company, the most important thing you will ever do in this lifetime is not making money and providing for your kids. That's a great thing, and we all should do that. It's not getting the baddest guy or the baddest girl. That's great. It's a great feeling. But the most important thing that we will ever do in this lifetime is bring somebody to Christ. Ain't no topping it. Ain't no topping it. And God wants us to get along so that He can build us up, so that we can bring His people home to Him. His people home to Him. So I'm not going to hold you any longer. Again, I thank y'all so much for tuning in. But to my singles, to myself included, start looking at this season of your life as a gift, because that's what it is. It's a gift, it's not a punishment. A lot of us play the waiting game between relationships. We're just waiting on the next relationship. Don't wait. Enjoy yourself. Look at this as a reward. So, my first point was my motivation for this message. I just wanted to encourage another single person out there today. My second point is that this singleness is a gift that we should treasure. Renew your mind, guys. It's not a punishment. My third, my well, point 2.5. Remember, I said it wasn't quite the third point. It was just um, going into how the purpose for this new season, well, not for this new season, but for this single season in our life. And then the third point was more in depth of the purpose of this season, which is getting closer to Christ. And if you go to 2 Corinthians 12, you will read about Paul when he talks about the thorn in his flesh. Paul said he asked God to remove this thorn 3 times, and God never removed it. And he didn't remove this thorn is because he didn't want Paul to get conceited. And sometimes he doesn't remove things in our lives because he don't want us to get conceited. He don't want us to get too independent. You know, he don't want us to have the mindset of nobody needs nobody. He wants us to know that we need him. He wants us to depend on him. So right now, during this season of singleness, depend on him. Get to know him. So I was thinking the other day, and I was like, I'm not really dating anybody right now, but I was like, you know what? I am kind of dating somebody. I'm dating Jesus. I'm in my word, and I'm getting to know him more, and I'm getting to know how he sees me more. So I guess I'm kind of dating somebody. So just lean and depend on him in this season. Grow in him. Let him guide you. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I pray that this message made sense to somebody. As I said, I was really nervous, y'all. This is my live. This is my first live ever. I'm still kind of nervous, but I hope it made sense to somebody out there. I hope it touched somebody's heart. And I pray that we all, us single folk, that we take this season, and instead of just waiting for the next relationship, we use it to grow closer to Christ, and we use it for what he would have us use it for. And I pray that our next relationship be a relationship that God ordains, that God brings us. Because we know, if you don't know about that, you'll learn pretty soon that the devil can bring you some folks too. He sure will. So that next relationship, I pray that it's a relationship that God ordains, that person be someone that God brings into your life. And I pray that even when we get in that next relationship, we keep that relationship where it should be. And we also keep God where he should be in our life. Mama. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I now have both my kids in this room, so it's time to go. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. I need to